Yeah, they ain't. My background check ain't done or something. They said.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on that. They said all my other shit was straight. They don't check for weed no more. Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to pass the mouth swabs and shit, but
how would you pass that one?
what, the mouth swab?
The one that you had to do for them. Yeah. That was specifically because I done did the mouth, like the actual cotton swab. That like I passed that bitch, but
no, that one is like it just looked different pretty much than the ones that I've done. It's like a real big cotton swab.
Yeah.
You talking about?
No. I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about
I've done one where you
like
just
now?
nah, like to see that one like they say like put it under your tongue is like the best.
Right. I ain't even to say right now. I bet to say you see how they say put it on your gums.
Yeah. Nah, it's like it's the same shit though. Weed don't stay in your saliva for long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as long as you don't smoke, like I done went to an interview after I smoked. Like literally an hour later, I took a mouth swab test and I passed that bitch right in front of them too.
Oh, yeah.
Like they did it right in front of me and told me I passed.
But that's what I'm saying. How you do it? But that's what that was though. They swabbed it and then they put the thing in. With them, the reason they send that bitch off to the lab, it's gonna catch that shit.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying? But you see how? Because that's why I asked. Because with that one, you see they said put it in there and then you gotta wait till it get to the blue line. So it's not pulling the saliva that's currently in your mouth. I use peroxide, all type of shit. You feel me? They pulling that shit from in. You know what I'm saying? So like I did smoke that day type shit. So
cause see like how them bitches work.
I felt the fuck out that shit.
How them bitches work? Cause it said mine met requirements. I don't know if they found shit or not.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Even if they see weed now, they straight. I'm saying I felt this shit. That's why I was saying that's how I knew that they was hiring on weed because I felt early 2020. I forgot we was in 2021 already. So early 2020, I tried to work there probably like January, literally. No, couldn't do it. And then they sent me a message in the summertime this year and was like, reapply to Amazon, you know what I'm saying, whoop. And so basically they didn't say we're not testing for weed no more, but that's the reports that was coming out. So I was like, oh shit, they probably sent that shit to all the people that failed for weed and was like, come try again. So when I did it the second time, it didn't matter. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the first time I just, like I said, I did the peroxide, everything. I'm thinking,
See, I took another one where the thing had to turn, it had to turn blue or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it was like mine, I was in that bitch for a long ass time. So what it was is like, that shit, it collects your saliva, like, it's just like you gotta, it's gonna take a minute for that shit to trickle down. It's like a sponge. You put water on the sponge and you just turn that bitch, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a minute for the water to circulate.
Right, that's why I said that they trying to soak, but that's what I'm saying, they trying to soak it up and then they trying to get new saliva. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
like, so for instance, the saliva in your mouth or with a regular cotton swab, that's why it don't work because the saliva in your mouth ain't, you know what I'm saying?
But see, like whatever you put in first, that's what's gonna make that shit blue because it's going down, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it should be pushing that shit down.
Yeah, you're right. So what it really was, because I smoked too, my mouth was dry. You get what I'm saying? So literally, I ain't even have no. You know what I'm saying? It took a long ass time just to do this shit. You
I was in that bitch. I was in that bitch for a minute. Like I probably watched like two people.
Yeah. So I'm like, what you saying makes sense. If I was actually salivating and I had just brushed my teeth, that probably could have been it.
That's what I had did. I got up. I had brushed my teeth real good.
And you wasn't salivating. You brushed.
I didn't eat or nothing. Like I didn't eat shit or nothing. Cause before like when I was younger and shit, when I first started smoking. And I was looking for a job. I was looking for ways to, to pass drug tests and shit like that. And that shit was working. Like the THC, your levels, they go by the level in your body. And you could get your shit to a level where, because it's always going to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on the drug test, they can always find traces of that shit. Like I had stopped smoking for like months before, for like 4 months straight, right? Nothing. Like I just like literally stopped,
Yeah.
And then my shit had ended up, like they said, my test came back like strong as hell. They was like, you smoke every day.
Yeah.
They was like, you smoke at least 4 to 5 times every day. That's how strong the test came back.
They like, hey, that's some bullshit to even tell me because like they like, hey, not only do you fail, nigga, let me tell you how you like.
I mean, I told them they was on bullshit.
Catastrophic. Yeah,
I told them they was on bullshit because I had stopped smoking, So I told them like they was on some bullshit, like flat out, like man, y'all bullshit,
And they was like,
I'm like, I haven't smoked. I was like, that's not possible. It had to be some type of mistake or something because they told me what it came back as, right?
Right.
Like that's what they're supposed to tell you, and it was a certain type of panel, like I don't know how many, like certain type of panel drug test, They told me what it came back as, and then they was like the 3 would be like, that's you smoke a lot, like every day you
Right.
smoke a lot. And then I was like, no, I was like, I haven't smoked in like 4 months. And they was like, sir, you have to at least smoke 4 to 5 times every day for yours to come back as strong as it did. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
and that's 4 months not smoking.
Damn,
So.
yeah, like, so yeah, it's not even.
Yeah, but it's like some of those piss tests though. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta tell you what kind you taking.
Right.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
then boom, you know how to do that shit. If you drink enough water, and you don't like your first pee, you know what I'm saying? That gotta be the pee that you use, and
Type
you could
shit.
possibly pass the drug.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you could pee and you drink a whole bunch of water, your pee is like diluted.
Yeah.
That works too. Because then they can't say shit about it. You can pee a second time, boom, it's gonna be the same shit if you drunk enough water,
Yeah.
and then they gotta take it.
Hey, so listen, brother. Let me tell you something, because I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, hey man, science. That's what we're giving them today. You feel me?
Yeah.
For real. So listen, this shit right here ain't even working. Like I don't know what, like why it's not, or like how it's not. You get what I'm saying? But the camera already rolling. We done had good conversation. We done started this bitch.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We started this bitch. So welcome to the Fresh Juice Podcast. We'll be, you know what I'm saying? You can hold the mic for effect if you want to, but you know,
Oh, is that okay?
that's why I'm like, yeah, we gonna thug it. I'm gonna enhance the audio. We gonna be straight, man. So yeah, brother. Anything you wanna know? I'm like, yeah, anything you wanna get into first, or I wanna introduce my special guest first off, though.
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Back this second time?
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
second time. Deja ain't here this time though.
Yeah. We got my man Ray Vaughn in the building. Yeah. I'm sure sis probably pop in at some point. You know what I'm saying? People might pop in. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? The crib might, who knows? But so right now we was talking about y'all seen what we was talking about. And like I'm gonna chop it up nice, but we keeping most of that shit. So, but as far as the like passing the drug test, for instance, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
see, it was a while ago. You feel me? So I can't remember like what exactly I remember reading, but but there was a time where I had passed like 4 drug tests,
Type shit.
and then I failed like a 5th one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing the same shit that I was doing
So,
for the other ones.
You said, but these was different jobs, those types of these different instances. Yeah, and so
Because I used to jump around jobs like
smokers comment down. Like, I know the smokers know. Yeah, like the smokers. Everybody done been there. Like the times that you nervous and shit, that's when they call you back. Like, yeah, you good. Come on.
Yeah.
Then the time you be going home like, yeah, I'm about to get this bread. You ain't even thinking about it. You like,
see, like that's how I got into like Chrysler though.
Yeah.
Like I had to use some fake pee I bought at like the smoke shop and shit.
Like
So when I got there, I was nervous as hell. You feel me? I felt like I heated it up too much. This shit hot as hell. They gonna be like, yeah, you on some bullshit.
Type shit. And before you continue, you ain't planning on working back there, right?
Nah.
All right, yeah. Because I would have cut it, but it's.
Nah.
No, I got you. I'm fucking with you, but yeah, I know. I was just making. I was really for sure. Though. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell the story. But I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just.
Nah, I mean,
so you said you heated it up too much though.
Yeah, I thought I thought I did or whatever, but they had me waiting for a long time, so I guess it was straight or they just I don't know, they just ain't catch it or something, but
type shit.
But I was nervous as fuck in that bitch. Like I couldn't even when they told me to sign my initials on the bottles, like even like cause that lets you know it's good. They don't put the label on it and shit.
Type shit.
Shit was crazy as hell because my hand was shaking,
Right.
And then they I'm like, hey, it's good. I was like, we good. Like they like, yeah. We just gonna do your physical now, then get you out of there. I was still nervous as hell though.
Yeah, like what if they trying to? Cause some jobs do that. Like you take another step and then they be like, oh yeah, no, you felt weak. Fuck, you ain't tell me that, bro. A hospital. I felt my shit. They let me work like a week. They let me work for a little minute. I'm thinking I'm straight. I'm like. Just when the anxiety started wearing off. Hey, can we Jesse wants to see you. Not Jesse. Yeah, no, for real though. But
yeah, that. I mean, that happened. I was working at Bell Tire before, and they called me like 3 days into the job. It was like, yeah, this is the doctor at over here, whatever. They told me I failed the drug test. It was like tested positive for marijuana. So I'm like, I'm at work though. When I get the call, like I'm working. I'm like, these niggas about to, they're just like, did you want to, how did you want to proceed? And I was like, it is what it is, I just figured like, I was thinking about just leaving that day.
Type shit.
You feel me? I thought about leaving like right at that minute. And then I thought about it like the whole day I was working. But then I'm like, before they even come in and fire me, I should just leave. You know?
Shit. Yeah.
But then I was just like, nah. I'm like, fuck it. At some point in the day, like after I got through that day, I'm like, tomorrow they gonna fire me. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
After I got through the first week, cause that was just my, it was a week of training, but I was at a different, I wasn't training at the store I was gonna be working at. You feel me? So after that week, I went to the store I was gonna be working at, and just in that bitch working. So I'm like, damn. I was like, they gonna come in here and tell me, I'm gone. But I was like, like that day, it was a Monday. I'm like, damn. I'ma just work until they fire me. Fuck it.
Shit. Yeah.
And then them niggas came up to me one day with a paper and they had me sign some shit, like, cause they knew they told me like, we know your test came back positive, but it was on the manager to hire me or to not hire me.
Type shit.
Like they just gave the decision to him, I guess. So they had me sign some shit saying I wouldn't come to work with no weed or
right,
shit.
Type shit. Yeah.
I signed it, agreed, or automatic, fire.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, there's like some jobs don't care about that shit, cause they was they was explaining to me like that anybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? They just make the decision.
It's discretion. Yeah, literally, it's discretion. Yeah, cause like, man, I'm already knowing. Cause,
I didn't know that though for a while.
They gonna let Bill and Peggy come through all day. They want to make sure marijuana mics stay out the building.
Yeah, I didn't know that at first until they was explaining that to me. I didn't even believe them at first, but then I'm like, shit, that makes sense. They just make that decision.
Yeah. So what we got here to chop it up about, right, is Trappist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what was your thoughts on it? Cause you seen my thoughts. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can say that, but like what was your initial thoughts? What's your thoughts now? Type shit. Like what's?
No, I mean like when I first seen it, my initial thought, my very first thought was, why when some shit happened, when some tragic shit happened, like with a black rapper or a black singer, it's always like some demonic shit,
Right.
Like Illuminati type shit, you feel me? And that was my first thing, and then as I seen more and more of it come out, and what people are saying, like it's a video that came out, and some kid is like, it felt like we was in hell, and it was so hot, and like I mean, flames was shooting up from the fucking stage, right?
Yes,
niggas.
True.
And where was they at? Texas? Was they in?
And then it's on fire outside, literally already. Like you was.
Yeah, you was hot as hell, nigga. And there's a lot of people around. So you hot as hell for sure. Yeah, it's hot as shit.
Yeah, that ain't funny, but that part is funny.
Yeah, but then like so, and then my whole part on that when I first seen that was, like you say that it felt like you was in hell, but what does hell feel like?
What is hell? And so that's the thing, right? So that's where I went to in my video. A lot of people descriptions of hell, depictions of hell, a lot of stuff like, and I missed one part, so I'm glad I get to talk about it with you. Most of that shit come from Dante's Inferno. That's what I got to like. And Dante wasn't no nigga inspired by God like people like to say that the prophets was, right?
Right.
He wasn't one of them people. He was just a dude that had beef with Roman politicians. So he wrote this book called Dante's Inferno, where basically he went on a trip through hell. Like he was taking on a personal trip through hell, and in some of the lower circles of hell, basically, like treachery, for instance, was like it's like one of the lowest circles. He hated all of the, you know what I'm saying, the politicians.
Right.
So he would literally he just had them in the worst parts of hell. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was really a diss album to his enemies. You dig what I'm saying? Like he was really dissing the ops. You feel me? Like he was saying names and everything. The same way we doing it now. Niggas might have got that shit from Dante. You feel me?
Right.
Like, you feel me? Who I smoke? You know what I'm saying? Caesar. You dig? Like that type of shit. You feel me? That's what he was on. Yeah. So, but that's where like you get a lot of the, like I said, just the circles of hell. That shit ain't nowhere in the. That's Dante. You know what I'm saying? That like literally like that's like so like. He played with the stuff from the Bible, but it's the same way. The Bible used people from real life to create the Bible. He used people from the Bible to create his shit.
But you ask
it's a continuation.
You ask somebody where's the description of hell at? You know, what is somebody gonna tell you? It's in the Bible. What you mean? They tell you in church.
Take me there.
No,
Take me there.
Like nah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
like that's
or people are trying to show you some revelation shit, right?
Yeah, that's what
they gonna take you to the.
That's what we get from video games. Cartoons, movies, shit like that.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is evil. That's the craziest part. Everything, if you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? Because all this shit is worldly, right? It's all secular. So it's like, I don't know how people that participate so heavily in the world without even trying to not to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Try to point, you know what I'm saying? And shit like, not being funny, you should just not be listening. I can see if you just point and say, see, this is what I be talking about, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. But trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to praise some other industry artist in the same breath. You feel me? And that's all the same conspiracy. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's like... So,
when they got on it, like, you know, when they got on that whole demonic thing with it, you know, I'm like, that's, you know, I'm like, that's kind of wild, you know, and then they talk about his sacrifice and shit like that for the Illuminati. But I thought, from you know, everybody, from what people's been, you know, people been talking about Illuminati like over the years and shit, and they, you know, they say you got to sacrifice like somebody close to you.
There you go.
What the fuck would they gain for sacrificing 8 to 9 people, random people at a concert when it's I don't know, probably more than like 30,000 people there. You feel me?
Now we can have a real talk. We can have a real, me and you, we can have a real talk.
Yeah.
Because, bro, you probably the only person I ever came across this far, besides maybe my sister, because we talk about this shit a lot, so it's both of us bouncing shit. But, bro, you probably the first person that mentioned that. People been moving the goalposts on that Illuminati shit since they started the rumor. At first, it was like you said, it was that. Then you got to do another artist. Then you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not, bro, I don't know if you know, that same community, bro, them niggas is on, everybody's a clone, all types. You hip to that shit, right? Like, and like, nah, niggas, people is role-playing people. You seen that? You feel me, bro? But this is how deep they take you. And really, you ever seen, I know you fuck with South Park. If you fuck with conspiracies, you fuck with South Park, right? So listen, you remember the episode, and this is not like, because it's just that cold. You remember when the 9/11 episode they had, when they was trying, like Stan figured out, like the conspiracy about 9/11 and shit, he cracked the code and shit?
Yeah.
And remember what happened. It wasn't that the United States did it, which I can't, like I'm not using that to say if that's what happened at 9/11. Right. I ain't even touching that right now. You feel me? Like we on enough. Like, I'm saying, the result of this episode, if y'all never seen it, Stan was trying to figure out, you know, what the government, if the government did 9/11 or not. But what he found out was the government didn't do 9/11, but they started all the conspiracies that they did in order to, you know what I mean? And so if you take that out of 9/11, because 9/11 is some crazy shit, they like, who know? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But if we're talking about just that concept and people starting, because that's, what's that called? You know what I'm saying? Seeding misinformation, right? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So, put a piece of truth with a bunch of lies, wrap that shit together, and just give it out to the conspiracy theorists. And not they going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So, with like, yeah, man. You know.
That shit's wild.
They've been changing that shit since they started.
And then another thing, you know, about the concert and shit is there was, to me, there was nothing that he could have did to end the chaos. You feel me? Yeah, sure he could have stopped the show, right? But now if he stops the show, do y'all think he's gonna stay on stage? No. Security got to get him out of there. Amidst all the chaos. So now more chaos is created. They trying to split that shit just to get this nigga up out of there and his people. You know what I'm saying? They got to they gotta get other rappers and shit out of there too. You feel me? So now this don't end the chaos. This just causes to it. You know what I'm saying? And like with him keep performing or whatever, that's what he do. He is not that nigga. He a mess. You know what I'm saying?
That's second nature for him. And also, no time is a performer gonna let a crowd trying to get to him and tell him something stop him from doing anything. If he did that, he would stop every show because it's probably a fan that try to get to him and break through because there's so many people trying to get to him every show and get that close and he stick. It's not like wait, what's going on? What's up? You know,
he been doing this shit for a long time. Like people, that's what
you talk about desensitized.
Like,
he's desensitized.
See,
like
and then,
you know what I'm saying?
And then like another thing, you know, this the biggest thing probably. I feel like people act like this the first motherfucking concert ever in the history of
Woodstock 99. I'll go down, but yeah,
But people act like this the first concert. You know what I'm saying? First concert ever.
Festival.
Yeah.
People like this is what happens. Again, I don't even know why motherfuckers would want to go. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of straight. I get the whole we gonna go somewhere big where everybody can fit and we all gonna do drugs together and be one. That's kind of fire. I get that part, right? But especially at something like a Travis Scott concert, you see motherfuckers was breaking that shit down before he ever got on stage. So this is something I didn't get to mention in the video because it wasn't really out. Like they broke down, like they was breaking in beforehand, so that's why it was even more over capacity than it already was. But again, that's what happened at every festival. Imagine how big a perimeter is to hold 50,000 people. You think you're not gonna find somewhere to get in at? You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened at every festival. So if they didn't so go ahead. But yeah, I was gonna
Yeah, it's just not that shit just like it's 50,000 people here. You feel me? Did y'all think shit was like nothing was gonna happen? Like you don't know who took what before they came there. You don't know who took what while they was there. Or who got somebody could have got laced. There could have been somebody in the crowd lacing niggas with shit.
But this was crazy. We heard that, right? We heard that. The security guard. This for us. This breaking news, but this been out all day. The nigga that they said got pricked with the needle. He passed out. Woke up. They had to give him Narcan. He said he didn't feel no prick. He said he don't know what they talking about. So I don't know what's what. You know what I'm saying? Cause could have got threatened. Who knows? But,
yeah, that whole demonic shit. I just don't. I just can't get behind it. Like not on no situation like that. Cause this is on some real shit. This is like it's like before I even get into that part, it's like all this other shit that go on. Don't nobody say it's demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling Deja before. Remember, dog who shot up the Las Vegas Strip, right?
There we go.
Didn't nobody say that nigga was demonic or possessed. He was racist, mental illness, whatever, right?
Oh no,
but it wasn't.
I heard that was a ritual. I ain't hear, like, you know what I'm saying?
But that didn't hit like mainstream shit.
Facts. Like, it wasn't. Exactly. It wasn't. I know exactly what you're saying.
But that's some demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? Dog who went into church and killed the 9 black people, 9 random black people in church. Did nobody say that's demonic?
That was fact. That's facts. That's facts.
But he racist. Yeah. This is what they say. You know, he racist. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But nah, like that's some evil shit. Like this the evil shit. Travis Scott wasn't in the crowd, you know, offing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think
they talk about because he's singing while the body flow by.
But they didn't. But then nobody showed the video, the whole video. They just want to show when he started back singing. That nigga had he told security to come get dog. Yeah. So he said somebody passed out right here. He didn't say he died. He said, "Hey, security, you know somebody passed out right here." And then he told him no, keep it going. You know, he told him.
Cameron voice, niggas pass out every festival, B. Every single one. You know what I'm saying? Every concert even. You know what I'm saying?
But security had them shit. What you want me to do? Stay quiet while, you know, until they get them all the way out?
So like, this is the thing. And this is why I was saying what I was saying. People don't know this. People think everybody that died right around Travis. Like it was 8 niggas dying around him in a pentagram and he just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they act. Bro, it was people getting trampled all the way in the back of the 50. Because I was trying to tell people, think about radiuses, right? You know how radius works. So a 50-person radius, just say 50 people. Say somebody pass out dead in the center of them 50 people. The 50th person, it's the telephone game now, right? People gonna be, hey, somebody's hurt. By the time they get to the 50th, nigga, bro, somebody got pricked with a needle, brother. You know what I'm saying, nigga?
Yeah.
Bro, niggas up there sacrificing, nigga,
It's
bro.
a fucking serial killer.
We're a part of a ritual, bro. Like, nigga, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so, but yeah, like, so if he stopped performing, this all else I'm saying. If he stopped performing, the motherfuckers that's 40,000 people that way gonna be like, what the fuck? You know, it's like they don't know. Like,
yeah, they don't know what's going on. He's not gonna get on the mic like, hey y'all, somebody fucking died. Hold on a minute. And like, nah, like, sure he, like I said, sure he could have stopped the show, but ain't nobody thinking about. It's already chaos that he's there. If he decides that he gonna leave because a few people that he probably didn't even see, but from a video that I saw, he acknowledged just one person passing out. He stopped the music for a second, made sure security grabbed them and shit, you know. And then he started the shit back up. So 1 out of 50,000 drops to the ground, and y'all expect the show to stop.
There we go. And again, if somebody else, even 100 people that way, passed out, we would not know over here. And again, motherfuckers never been on stage. I'm gonna be honest. And this is not no flex or no shit, because early it was for the church. When I was young, like, I've been on stages since I was young. You feel me? I've been, like, I was probably on my first big stage where it's lights and shit when I was in, like, 7th, 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and what I found out, because I didn't know either, when you get on any stage, or, because he was on a pedestal, you get on any stage, the lights and just the depth of the crowd, like, shit get lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, especially when it's lights, like I said, like, you can't really see shit. And then for him, when he looking out over the crowd, even, how many motherfuckers is shining their phone light already? Even still, it's daytime. They got their phone light.
Right.
They taking pictures, video. But you feel me? So, all of that shit, you're not gonna do, like, so, the perspective too, right? I'm looking down on somebody, I don't see what everybody else see down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, even somebody crawling up to the sound, like, the person crawled up to the nigga with the camera, right? One, Travis not about to look at the cameraman to see if he getting attacked by a fan. Security handle that. You know what I'm saying? So he not thinking about that. The camera nigga, he's not about to attend to you, random fan. He don't. Even if you could be trying to hoax him, saying somebody's dead.
You know how much they paying me for this?
Listen, that's how he was turning the camera. It was like his empathy and his wallet was fighting with him. He like somebody died. Somebody died. Damn.
Yeah, like you gotta,
You gonna get $500,000 for this shit, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, and it's not no joke. I'm talking about these specific aspects of it, right? The people dying not a joke, about to say something, but yeah.
Not at all. Like, no, not the people. The people dying. That's not a joke at all. It's a tragedy for sure.
Yeah.
Like for real, But I feel like people expected too much from Travis Scott that should not have been expected. I feel like, because at the end of the day, like I said, he's a rapper, he's a performer. You feel me?
Shit.
He not no superhero. He's not a paramedic. Not a firefighter. Not a cop. Like, what did y'all expect him to do? The most he could have did was stop the show, which would have caused some other shit.
There we go.
So
that's
like
the other part. If it's a stampede now, just trying to get to him. Imagine if he stopped and just standing there on the pedestal.
People gonna be mad. Niggas might knock niggas over.
They gonna stampede for real.
The people who was chanting to stop the show might get into it with the people who want the show to go on, and then now it's a fucking, like, a riot up there. You feel me?
There you go.
Like, it's just I feel like everybody expected him to do some shit that he could not have done.
Type shit.
What was he supposed to just dive off that bitch, get dog CPR? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nah. And then just because he's performing there, it's his festival and shit. Yeah, that's cool and all, but everybody think like he done paid the niggas. He going up to niggas personally, paying them to build the stage, and he going to the security guards. Here go that shit.
Like Travis Scott out there,
like no, that nigga just he booked
it's
that
managers,
shit.
it's tour managers, it's person managers, it's all type of shit going. It's all type of shit going on, bro.
His manager's assistant,
So
and they assistant is niggas going around handling different shit. That security was not his personal security.
And it's gonna show who really, cause they talking now like Travis Scott. Cause that's what I said. People's finger pointing. Travis Scott lawyer literally used those words. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of finger pointing going on. He was just saying, he told about the tragedy, whatever the case, right? The crazy part is, so another the lawyer was talking about finger pointing, right? But at the same time, it's gonna end up being a lot of finger pointing because you see it went from a couple lawsuits to 50, now it's over 100. It's probably gonna be somewhere near 1,000 something. You know what I'm saying? So with that level of shit, ain't nobody gonna want to pay that bill. You know what I'm saying? Cause the thing with shit like that, it's a civil suit, most likely. So, or I don't even know if it's civil or criminal, whatever case. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? They gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody gonna be paying type shit. And so you see they roping Live Nation into it. Those are people who, you know what I'm saying, like book the shows type shit. So of course, you know what I'm saying, they trying to act like they not liable because of some bullshit ass paperwork that they got that say that they not liable if some shit like that happen. But they got something against negligence, not gross negligence. So they trying to decide if this was gross negligence or not, right? So I feel like on a part of the planner, if you was somebody that, you know what I'm saying, that was planning this shit and you was told that you need more security, you need more this, you need more that, and you didn't do that shit, that's literally what gross negligence is. Yeah. So again, that part of the fault is on them. Now, if they gonna, like, however they gonna rope Travis into that part of the fault, I don't know. One girl specifically, I don't know if it's more than just her. She's suing Drake, like along with she was suing all of them too, but she's suing Drake. Like, so I'm like, I don't know if Drake trying to rope Drake into the whole shit or if but yeah, so far people even trying to, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of like.
I don't see Travis Scott losing some shit though because look at what's her name? Him and Kylie still together, right?
I feel.
And she damn near a billionaire.
Oh well, yeah. As far as losing lifestyle, no, I don't think so. But to hit his career along with the money to him personally, because even though that is his baby mama, so but. You never know. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be together forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want your own cheese. Like, this shit about to hit his pockets, and they trying to send him to jail for this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers booing sicko mode when they come on at other people's shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you seen that video or not, but like, motherfuckers is trying to start a thing. That's why I made my video, cause I only really make videos when I feel strongly about shit. That's when I have to come make them, because motherfuckers is trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to do them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but
in a real way. And so,
you know how people is though. They gonna ride the wave. That shit gonna fall off. That shit gonna fall off quick as hell.
Man, if people ain't die and if kids wasn't involved, that's why I'm like,
yeah,
they're trying to they trying to blame him for children.
But I'm saying though, that's because this shit like shit.
And this
like
is the first
that.
one of our generation. You get what I'm saying? This is why I'm saying that. So like we know because we done seen shit. Like, you remember that shit, I love the 80s and shit like that. They used to be on VH1.
Yeah.
Remember them compilation shits? Yeah. I used to watch them shit. So remember they talk about on the music ones, this concert, somebody that, like a concert in New York, somebody like, they didn't have no, whatever shit, no fire escape on the door, and a bunch of people burnt, like in the concert. Like, it was big. It was like 100 people or some shit. Like, it was crack. It was fucked up. And you see, they not bringing this up to Travis Scott because that's more. So they gonna look at that like, oh shit, that happens. Like, no. So it ain't happened in a minute as far as
right.
And I don't know when it's happened in hip hop. That's the other part. You know how they do us. Even if it's somebody black outside of hip hop, that's us. But when you us and black, like, you know what I'm saying, when you hip hop and black, that's double us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really want you out the paint. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about the days now. You know what I'm saying? The days Kanye was talking about. If Kanye talk about they, you know what I'm saying? You know it's a they. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, like, yeah, that type of shit. Like, so I really feel like they trying to send this shit down the pipeline because it's all about what the media think. You got to remember, like, a big portion of the country still listen to the media as far as what they follow and what they think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the narrative that they pushing is he need to be looked at like this. Da, da, da. That's why it's so easy for the devil shit to get off, because people already slander him in the real media. So now the underworld media is giving him the one. You feel me? Like this shit. They trying to get him out the paint all the way around.
Yeah, that shit's crazy though. That they, like just that whole demonic shit, pretty wild, man. Cause it only gets pointed. It's only gets pointed at certain shit when it should be pointed at, like, you.
Right. Yeah.
It should be pointed at.
Do you believe in things?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. You know, I wouldn't say that.
Would you say you just don't call them demons? You call them like you call.
It would probably
what
be
you think
something
about
else.
something?
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
We got a lot of misinterpretation. You feel me?
Ooh.
That's why I said I want to write down notes
Yeah.
and stuff for like certain you know.
Yeah.
But
That shit
there's a
go
lot
on,
of
bro.
misinterpretation in the world. You know, throughout time and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Just like so like I'll be because I talk to Deja about it all the time. You know. I don't talk about it to a lot of people because then you get into people's beliefs and shit like that, and some people might get offended, you know. But I always tell people like, you know, I'm not bashing nobody's beliefs, religion, none
you
of
just
that.
got your own. That's cool.
I just see shit a different way, where it just to me it makes more sense than what they telling you. Not that what you being told or what you grew up on believing is a lie, but I just feel like it's not the whole truth. So if it's not the whole truth, then in some form it's a lie. You feel me? Like it's just there's good and bad. You know what I'm saying? There's good and bad in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And there's no just one side is good and one side is bad. You got to choose. No, the good does bad too, and the bad does
there you
good.
go, man. Yeah.
You know.
It's a balancing, like you know, and I don't believe all the way in the zodiac shit, but that's balance. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a Libra. You know what I'm saying? So like I always been fond of balance. I always try to search for balance. I always try to achieve balance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, like it's hard to even see what balance look like because everything is damn near off balance. Just like everything ain't. Hey, what's up?
Chinese.
What
Chinese
food?
food.
Sure.
I know what you want. What would you want?
Sesame chicken.
I would say that.
Yeah, see, you know.
With the chicken
Shrimp fried rice.
Shrimp fried rice.
Huh?
Chicken fried rice.
Give me the sweet and sour chicken.
Well, I'm about to put them on a little plum sauce. If they got plum sauce, where this from? They got
Hong Kong, yeah.
Hey,
Nah, cause you know sometimes
sauce.
that chicken that I be getting, that be.
I just want some type of sauce on the side, you know, just a
chicken
little
fried
cup
rice,
of it.
right?
Yeah.
You know.
Sesame chicken, shrimp fried rice.
Man, see, I'm gonna cut the order out. I can't give up all the secrets. You know, they can't get all the sauce. You hear me? They can't.
But yeah, like so, you know, so it's like I mean, a lot of people ain't familiar with different cultures, like religions and stories and stuff about, you know, about certain shit. But a lot of the shit, like stuff that you read in the Bible or stories from the Bible and stuff like that,
I wasn't gonna tell them.
That's told in different, you know, in different texts.
Shit. I wasn't gonna tell them, bro. We telling them?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we telling y'all. My fault.
Got to.
Oh, hey, I ain't know.
So just like the Adam and Eve story, right?
All right.
What she did was she fucked us all over basically, right?
Type shit
and in so many words, she damned us.
She justified. What she really did was justify all the misogyny that they would later put in the Bible.
Right.
On women. But yeah,
So what she did, she ate from the tree of knowledge, right? God told them not to eat from that tree, right? Mm-hmm. And then the snake came down, which would be the representation of the devil, Lucifer, right?
Some people debate that. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
But
I got you. Yeah. We going mainline story. I got you.
But that would have to be it. You know, if you just hearing the story, that's what you would. You know, who else will go against God?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So you look, if you look at it like that the snake is the devil. You know, Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him. Mm-hmm. He told her, you know, if she ate from that tree, she would have knowledge of the gods.
Right.
So now, what was so bad about that? Because now we're dumbed down. We don't know everything about ourselves. We don't know everything about the universe. You know how we should. So we're dumbed down, and I mean, it's, you know, it might be harsh to some people, but God told her not to. He told them not to eat from that tree. Right. He basically told them, no, you can't have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then here come the snake. Like, nah, you can't have the knowledge because
he just don't want you to be like him, type shit.
Yeah, because like so they say, you know, Lucifer, the devil, he's a fallen angel, right? But how is an angel on par with God?
So listen, let me take this here, brother. I was just talking about this with somebody on my way home from work the other day. The reason I for sure had left the church the first time, and the reason my heart never went back. It's 3 questions that could never be answered. What was Jesus? Nobody ever gonna agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Was he a regular guy? Was he Did he have powers? Was he half God? Was he just God? You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever gonna agree on who
Right.
Jesus was as far as who is the devil, who is Satan. So I'm gonna stop there, not even get to the third one. We're gonna say that for another podcast. Who is Satan? And how did he become Satan? You're telling me the angels was created to directly follow orders. They was basically robots. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to, you know, essentially robots. That's how the angels were created. It was created. That's why humans was created, so we could, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, so the thing is, how was one angel so perfect, as they say, and that description of them don't even, like, that come from, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
one of the
right.
extra boys, too, that they just took out for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? So, like, how being perfect, I'll just put it, I'll just ask, because it go into this. The third one is, does God make mistakes? You ask them 3 questions, you stumping anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're telling me that he created an angel who's only supposed to listen to him, so perfect, that it got arrogant. Like, yo, I could do your job better than you.
Right. And then
That sounds like a mistake to me.
and then with
Sounds like
that
Frankenstein shit.
and then with that too, what does that sound like? It sounds like a movie. The
There
movies that
we
we watch. It sounds
Come
like
on,
sounds
bro.
like cartoons. It's
It's
always
narrative. It's a myth. So it's a myth. And the thing
Because-
about a myth is, go ahead, because I got the actual.
So if Lucifer is the fallen angel, right?
Mhm.
Now, if you look in the Bible, there's different descriptions of different types of angels,
Yes.
and only about one of them look just about human.
Type shit.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Only one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so Lucifer, like they never, where did he get the horns and the forked tail?
There we go.
And the red body, like
From other work, from Dante's Inferno, bro.
yeah. So
You
it's
know
like,
what I'm saying?
like people,
Look at
and then
that
so the
party.
Adam and Eve story, how I was saying, she ate from the tree of knowledge or whatever,
Yeah.
right? In Greek mythology, Prometheus
There-
is that
Oh, okay.
snake from the
'Cause
tree.
look,
You know what I'm saying? And
I thought you was going to Inky and Enlil when you was hitting the Adam and Eve.
Oh
shit.
no, they not ready for that shit.
Yeah, but
They
you know what I'm saying?
they-
This is me. I thought that's where you was going with it. But yeah, but
they
okay,
not ready
I'm with
for
you.
that one yet.
But but like I said,
But,
go ahead.
But yeah, so Prometheus will be that snake in
Right.
the tree in Greek mythology, and he gave man fire,
There we go.
right?
There we go.
So now this ain't
Separated
even the
from the other
knowledge of the
animals.
gods, but and then if you read more into it,
If you
that's
think
he
about what
was.
fire is, the knowledge of fire, as long as you know how to work with fire, it puts you immediately ahead of
Yeah.
every other animal in the kingdom. And it, like, you know what I'm saying?
So he gave them, knowledge of the gods, and he was banished
Type shit.
from Mount
Of
Olympus.
course.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He didn't know that Prometheus did not turn into Hades.
Basically, imagine. Oh, and I'm just not really even putting this shit together like this. I don't even think I like. As far as I can remember, I've never heard this from nobody. Right? Ain't it weird that these stories, like, they basically encourage you to dumb down? Like, oh, the smartest motherfuckers, you see what's happening to them. The people that took oh yeah, we smart, but that's a curse. They basically calling us being smart a curse. We was never supposed to be. In both stories, that's basically essentially what they.
Yeah.
So it's like, they trying to say our knowledge is a curse. Why would you ever really want to learn shit outside your religion if you felt like knowledge was a curse? Worldly knowledge was a curse.
Right.
How would you ever get out your bubble? Because it's the thing about warfare. If I give you a Bible, and we know we've been at war with the white man, can we all agree? I know. Yes, we can. So, if they gave you this Bible, you was allowed to read that. You know what I'm saying? Even after, it's fine. Read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to say, oh, it was only certain scriptures. That was for a while. But even after, you can sing church song. Stick to that Jesus shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't go nowhere. I don't want to hear no who? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, them was the motherfuckers that was getting fucked up. The people that was speaking in their tongues, the people that was practicing voodoo, them was the niggas that was getting got first. Like, no, y'all see this nigga?
Yeah.
Y'all better not ever do no shit like this again.
And then
Kill another chicken.
And then it's like so a lot of people we come from Africa, right? That life started in Africa. Now people they can say that they believe that all they want to, but then you ask them like, do you really believe it? Right?
There we go.
So because in Africa, let's take Egypt for example, they worship gods.
Right.
And none of them name was Jesus.
Oh.
You feel me?
Oh.
Christianity
Ooh.
was not a thing to them, but they worship
Ooh.
gods. You know, they pharaohs was one thing, but they worship their they worship their gods.
And even so, are you in the cause you know we so, I don't do the whole I gotta call it Kemet, but when I can I call it Kemet, right? And I talk about comedic science, right? Do you really fuck with comedic science? You know what I'm saying? Like
I haven't looked into it. Like I
got some shit for you. That's why I asked. Right?
I just recently just started reading about like what everything else was called before. You know,
so let me
I'm thinking that's just like what they called it, like in I mean, of course, it's their language,
yeah.
but
yeah, you were saying something. Go ahead, get your.
But yeah, so like in Egypt, which is in Africa, of course, they was worshiping gods. You know what I'm saying? And that's just in one country. You feel me? There's another tribe, I believe they're in Africa, the Dogon tribe. They worship star people, is what they call them. Still to this day.
Right.
To this day, they do rituals and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
To the star people, which were aliens. They said exactly where they came from and everything, right? These people have no technology, and they,
Hell yeah.
and they say where these star people are from, what star system, and all of that. And they had a tool that if you held it up at the right degrees, it lined up perfectly. The points on the tool lined up perfectly with these stars or whatever.
Hell yeah.
So, and then their story of the star people though is like the same thing. It's all the creation shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mining for gold, all type of shit. All of these things.
This one gave us the knowledge, and then they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They didn't like them. Same shit with the Anunnaki.
So yeah, so it's a thing. Either that's really how knowledge started, or that's whoever the first deceiver was. That was the first story they used to deceive everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so either way, that's that's our definition of how knowledge came into being. And so it's crazy. The reason I asked you about the thing about Kemet is because in comedic science, right? Sidnetter is the channel. I was gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna link it in the little description. Sidnetter is the channel. So and Black News 102. That's what I was thinking. He got 2 channels. So the thing is with this shit, bro. When I say they like, it'd be an Egyptologist versus a Christian. It'd be a Hebrew Israelite versus a Christian. It'd be a Hebrew Israelite versus a Muslim. It'd be you know what I'm saying? Like, so they debate sometimes. Sometimes they literally what they call it is banging on each other. Because it's all gangs, right? Basically, whatever religion you believe in, that's your gang type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, so they banging. You know what I'm saying? They like, I'm about to bang on these niggas. They just walk up to niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just had a guy, what about this? What about, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And then sometimes, like I said, there's formal debates too. Bro, when I say they catalog is, you know what I'm saying, extensive. I've been watching this shit since 2014. But they've been doing it probably since like Sa himself been doing it probably since the 80s, 90s. You feel me? Like he used to get niggas like Dr. Phil Valentine to come. Like he's cool with all of them type of niggas. Like he Dr. Ben, Dr. I know Saber's on there before, but Dr. Ben, his name escaping me right now. But it's a guy named Jabari. So I never call this nigga the Floyd Mayweather of consciousness. When I say Jabari some shit, like he cold. So like, we could call them guys, but there's no word for God in Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, so what they called it was Detcher or Detcheru. ITR. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's where, like, a lot of people like believe it's where the word nature comes from. Right? So like, that's why they all over different aspects of life, right? It's what over the ocean, it's what over the winds, it's what over the, you know what I'm saying? So this was the way that they explain how nature works to people that was there. Because, only people in the shit that we be on and people be trying to pass on about, like, this is shit that the master teachers would have been, like, learning and then disseminating the bottom of the knowledge to the public. They wasn't just sharing this with everybody. So this shit was like, different.
Right.
You feel me? Like, yeah. Hey, don't worry about it. I don't hear nothing.
But yeah, it's like, like everywhere, in multiple stories, there's gods.
Yeah.
even in the Bible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
El battled many gods. When you really read it in the Hebrew, Elohim. Oh, they went through some wars.
yeah,
Moloch, all types of shit.
and then like in the book of Enoch,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they,
Yeah.
they talk
war.
about that,
Yeah.
And then they even in the book of Enoch they talk about they call them the Watchers, right?
Yeah.
But those was the fallen angels that was having babies with regular human women and created the Nephilim, right?
Right.
So but these was fallen angels. So now if the devil is a fallen angel, why is he the devil and none of them are? You know what I'm saying? But then it's like you ask different questions at different churches, because that's why I had stopped going to. I had asked a few different questions at different. I asked the same few different questions at like 3 different churches, right? It nobody could answer it.
Type shit.
You feel me? And then
yeah.
Like what I be talking about with it is like how you said does God do wrong? Does God make mistakes? So if it's not a mistake, it's some shit in the Bible that I've read,
Yeah.
Where he done did some shit,
He repented making man. When he seen how wicked the world was, the first time he repented even making it. He repented to who? He was sorry about what to who? Dang me. We fucked this one up. I know.
Yeah.
But we don't make mistakes. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Let's wipe this shit out.
Yeah.
Hey, tell that nigga family get on a boat. We about to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real. Cause and then in all the stories like that, it's always he spares some man in his family. You feel me? Cause the one where he had the angels like tear up the city and shit, and he told the guy in his family,
Lot in them.
Yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep. He told his family like leave, don't look back, or the same thing that happened to you and his
Turned to a pillar of salt. Yeah.
His family turned around, and it's like that's some shit.
It is but all of this shit is encouraging you, cause we even heard it today. Like I said, I don't even want to touch too much on that type of shit, but in order to really follow that shit, you gotta leave your family alone, cause your family not gonna go as far as you go. That's why I stopped, because I'm like, damn, I feel like I believe in this shit way more than everybody else around me, and that shit ain't gonna work for life. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be conducive. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make a choice, because I couldn't half step with that shit. If I was believing in that shit and I really thought hell was waiting for me, best believe I'll be acting right. I'll be on niggas' asses. Y'all wouldn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I'm like, oh, y'all goddamn son. Look at your girl, your damn hair out. You need to groom and say in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like because when I found out a nigga couldn't eat shrimp, I'm like, yo, let's get these fucking crustaceans out of here, bro. Like what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Niggas wasn't with me. Niggas like shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like mixing threads in their clothes. So yeah, that's the same thing. Yes, stop. Yeah, no, just cotton. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, so, I don't know. Yeah. So, it's really just like, it encouraged you to go on that journey alone, because as long as they got you, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause y'all gotta think what being a church member really is. This is why, like I say what I say. I ain't learned about being a church member until I got baptized. I think that's what my dad used to ask me. Like, he used to ask me all the time, like, are you sure? I got baptized when I was 8 years old. Y'all know why? I'm going to break the news right now. Oh, goddamn, man, this is a good podcast. Y'all want to know why I got baptized? I wanted to eat the crackers and drink the juice. I ain't going to lie. I couldn't wait. I was hungry as hell when I was little. Or like anything, everywhere I go, if it's snacks there, like the peppermints in the bowl was cool at first. The little peppermints in glass, that's straight. You know what I'm saying? Like but nah, I need more. You know what I'm saying? Like they eating, they drinking. I want to, you know what I'm saying? My stomach turning over here. This is what y'all gonna do to me? Bet. Hey, watch this. Now I'm looking at all the other kids. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we get out. You feel me? Like, yeah. But what I learned was about tithing. So this is another. Like, so tithing, is 10% of what you make. 10% of everything you get, you're supposed to give to the church. Give to God, right? on top of your offering is just off. So, but this how I found that out. My dad told me, like, you know, tithe offering is 10% of what you make. I'm like, all right, bet. So the most money I ever made when I was a kid, I made like $260 with my pops because I was working with him for a couple weeks and I didn't even realize, like, I'm doing whole 8-hour days and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, and pops was my granddad. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad. He do construction and shit. Like, and nigga paid me like $260 or something like that. I ain't never got that much money. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm probably like 9, 10. So I'm like, all right, bet. My dad tell me, like, you know, you gotta separate your tithe, get your tithes ready. So I take the $26 out, right, for tithes. I go to church. He'll tithe for offering. I'm happy as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got money and shit. I got money for offering. I'm about to be a good Christian today. I went up there, right? I took $1 out that 26 and I put that shit in. I kept walking. I tell my dad at the church, like, yeah, you know, I put my tithe in there today. He's like, oh, did you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this gonna be easy to do. I can just do it once every week. He like, wait, what? I show her the rest of the money. I'm like, you know. He like, oh no, the tithe is separate from your offering. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, nah, no, it's not. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I thought that's how I budget the offering. You telling me that's on top of? And like I said, if I was a true believer, I would have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be able to have step with shit like that. It would be on my conscience. It'd be on my heart.
But for what though?
To build the kingdom on earth until we get to the kingdom. No, but I mean, look, I'm fucking with you. So no, but I'm just saying. Because some Israelites be saying that, but I ain't talking about that. If we talk about just Christians, yeah, so like, it's bring, I think it's bring something to bring meat to my house so that there be meat on your house, some shit like that. Like God basically said, you know, you scratch my back, I'm gonna scratch yours. That's what God said, you know what I'm saying?
What he need the money for though? Listen,
he God, bro, like what's like, come on, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, hey. All right, imagine.
I'm just asking.
If heaven is like the coldest shit ever. It gotta have the baddest bitches. Like, you think God, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit got OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? God got it. God got his subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta. You feel me? Oh.
See, it's supposed to be what, white and gold. You know, golden roads. Everybody got.
I said that. I said that in my video. I'm bullshit.
Everybody got their wings.
But it's,
you feel me?
People debate that even. People debate everything in it, and that's my whole point. I feel like it's to be debated because it all came from us anyway. It came from man. It came from humans. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these stories, no matter what we can say, they came from humans. Besides, like I said, wherever the origin is, that was some different shit. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you know what I'm saying? We created these stories, like, you know what I'm saying?
But see, like everybody's stories is so similar. You feel me? The number, like, you know,
but
the number of the guys be off, but the main ones are always the main ones in the next story.
Right.
Besides Christianity, when it comes down to just one. You feel me?
Right.
But then this is the same story.
Of course. So listen.
So they call all of this, like I said, you know, Greek mythology. You know, you heard me say it. How come it's a myth? This is their religion.
So look, and this is what I'm gonna say about Jabari. Like I said, Jabari Code. Jabari is the one who actually Brother Blight put me here to the next shit. But Jabari put me here to the whole thing that can say what you said one more time. You know, niggas blow. We just smoke. Like,
nah, I was saying like all the guys like that you hear in different.
Right. Okay. No, I got you. I was just like I literally had
right,
to, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to start from the start. Yeah, like so Jabari, because I wanted to get his quote right. That's why I didn't want to fuck it up. He said, fiction is what people make up. Myth is always happening. Y'all feel me? The turtle in the hair is a myth. You get what I'm saying? It's not just a fake. It's myth. Cause I be the tortoise for real. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the coldest nigga in high school. You know what I'm saying? I had my sneaky links. You hear me? Before that was a name. You feel me? I had Kick. Y'all remember Kick? Kite. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was arguing about the name back then. Them was the debates we was having. You feel me? So yeah, like that was what it was. But if you talking about the overall race of this shit and where we at right now in life, and all some shit, I feel good about my position. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, like that's so. But you can apply a myth to everything. Like when people, I'm gonna do them like Jesus. Yeah, some people kind of do. Some people get singled out, lied on, and get killed. You know what I'm saying? And it would be, for regular Christians, it would be egregious to liken them to Jesus. But what they don't realize, that's the whole point in the first place, is to be thorough. You know what I'm saying? Use your real mind, or you're going to fuck around and crucify the motherfucker that's trying to save you. This happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? In all type of situations. You feel me? Like literal and figurative crucifixion type shit. Like, so when I call shit myth, I don't look at it like, oh, that's some bullshit, it's a myth. I'm saying myth like that's one of the original stories.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Whatever the original turtle in the hare race was, that shit had to be magnificent for that story to hold so true in life. You feel me? Like, look into children's shits. Children's stories got some of the most powerful, just, you know what I'm saying, lessons and just knowledge in them. When you really just take them shits, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, when you talk about the reason you can say certain characters in this story seem like certain characters in this story, one, if you're talking about the Bible, if you're talking about Judaism, the Bible, and Islam, all three of them shits is the, you know what I'm saying? They in there like this, you know what I'm saying? And they all know it. Also, though, like, they came after. That was the latest shit. That's why everybody on it now. That's the hot shit. You feel me? That's the young hot shit. Niggas don't care about Kemet no more. They're like, man, them old niggas washed. Kemet washed.
Yeah.
They gods washed. We got new gods. That's what they don't understand. They talking about y'all. Yeah, y'all was the first nigga to say, yeah, I'm the one and only God. Because everybody else was like, all right, this nigga tripping. Like, we all here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all here. Don't
that's
do that.
like, I seen some shit in
that's literal,
in the documentary where they said, you know, like one of the Egyptian ones, like he had went somewhere, told.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Like,
however you say it.
You can say it both ways.
I heard.
I was making sure you would see it.
I heard that shit in all different types of ways.
He talking about the nigga with the bird head.
But when he went to, they say when he went to Greece, you know, he was going by a whole different name. I can't think of the name right now, but he was going by an entirely different name.
Yeah, he was just his name.
And he helped them build their empire. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts. But now it's a Greek god. As well as an Egyptian god.
Yes,
you feel me?
Hold on, I got you. We ain't even about to do that. Just keep going. Damn. I'm like, cause I got a lot of text messages. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what? You see that shit? I'm like, god damn. I thought the world was falling apart. I ain't gonna lie.
The screen was full.
Shit, my bad. Missed call, all type of shit. What we say? To anybody that was, I love all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would say y'all names, but I ain't even about to put myself under like that. I'm gonna just.
But yeah, like he went over to Greece and helped them build their empire and stuff. So now he, he in their story and shit.
Hermes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like they fast, the scribes, like all that type of shit. Yes.
There you go. So he went he came from Egypt, as told or taught, whatever, however you want to say it.
And he met them.
And
he was the messenger.
He met them.
He was the messenger.
Helped them build their shit up. Now he a Greek god as well as an Egyptian god under different names. So and he, of course,
he invented writing.
Of course,
he invented writing. That's why writing went from Egypt, Egypt. Egypt cuneiform was the first word, right? Egypt to you know what I'm saying? Egypt. That's how writing traveled. It evolved. That's why by the time we got these letters, it used to be off pictures. That's why we communicate so well off memes. So keep going. But I was gonna say that. So people do be saying like. That's why memes is dangerous. That's why when there's some false information, I'm about to argue with this cracker under here. Because this nigga's lying. You know what I'm saying? And he don't even know he lying. And he about to have a whole bunch of other motherfuckers out here lying. And I'm on his head. And I ain't talking about just the cracker. I'm talking about whoever out there disseminating lies to my people.
Yeah, because it's like, so like when he helped Greece build their empire, of course it's not going to look just like Egypt. You know what I'm saying? It's going to look different. So when they depict him, he looked different than what he looked in Egypt. So they ain't even going to make that comparison and shit, but it's really just the same. It's the same person being whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same. It's the same character.
type shit.
You feel me?
Yeah. And I do believe they had to be led with some type of angel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm more interested in, is really how did knowledge spark and grow. You know what I'm saying? Because it clearly grew like...
There was no way to communicate. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at it like these. Like I said, he go from Egypt to Greece. You know what I'm saying? They don't speak Egyptian, just like they don't speak Greek in Egypt. You feel me? So it's just a whole different language. They talking different. You know what I'm saying? Now, boom, they got their own story of this. You feel me?
Yes.
And then anybody could have went over there and helped them build certain shit. That's how you get Zeus and Poseidon. Everybody, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just for the sake of the conversation, we could just say that these was gods, right? Like they was God beings. Obviously, they wasn't humans. So I don't want to go as far. We
wouldn't say extraterrestrial.
Yeah. I don't want to. I ain't gonna go that far, just for everybody.
But no.
But they're not.
Hey,
they're
since
not
you won't, I will. Yeah, I definitely.
I mean, I would. That's what I would.
Not being funny, I do believe the human intellect, as far because like I said, obviously I don't think you said you made the motion. I'm more of a realist these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people understand what people would call, you know what I mean, different things and. Like when people be sensing spirits, shit like that, I would call them waveforms. You know what I'm saying? Like waves literally traveling all the time. You know what I'm saying? Us speaking, it's literally waves happening. This shit happening. The world is shifting from us speaking. You know
or it might not even be like like it's different dimensions. You feel me?
That's what I mean.
That's the CIA done came out with that shit. I don't know why didn't nobody care about that. But if y'all do care about it, the CIA released what, like 2,000-page document.
I would be honest. It ain't even about the CIA saying it. It's about, bro, string. People don't even know what string theory is. People know the term string theory. They know about Einstein talking about string theory. You know what I'm saying? They know about what the fuck is it? Subatomic particle shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like just they don't know about that shit type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like they're not like, But see, that's why I say I believe in it. Like, shit, because that's real. You know what I'm saying?
With the different dimensions and shit like that, like our human eyes can only see into the third dimension. So let's say there was something, a fourth dimensional fan right in front of us. We wouldn't see it because our eyes can't see it. We can't touch it. You know what I'm saying? Our senses. Our senses don't go with it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now,
this is a better way. Go ahead.
If something can materialize into our dimension, you know what I'm saying? We might see a ghost, but that's just because that's what our eyes are seeing. That could be something completely different.
Facts. The better way to explain it, bro, is only a certain part of the spectrum our eyes can see, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at it like a piano, we can see C through B. You get what I'm saying? Like we can see that whole section of the keys. But it's a whole piano right here.
Right.
We only looking at the middle C section.
Right.
You feel me? So, if we could, that's why people explain shit when they be on the verge of death, shit like that. They see colors that they can't even explain, shit like that, because it's certain shit that you only gonna be able to see like that with that blackness that you go to every time you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We return to wherever that's what I believe too. We return to wherever the fuck we came from every time we go to sleep. We get up, we run this machine, and we go back. You feel me? Like that's just like
I be telling Deja that all the time because it's like I feel like I feel like that the Avatar movie, the blue aliens.
Playing a video game, man. You just waking up.
I feel like when you go to sleep, like you back into your shit over there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
the take whatever it is, because
that's probably
the dreams and shit like that. But
like you in another life.
So
that's how I would say it.
Right.
Like in your dreams.
Yeah.
Because the shit be seeming too real. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm like, realer than life sometimes.
Yeah.
So the thing about that is, that's why the dreams feel, like the ones that get you, the ones that just feel normal. You like, damn, this is what it seemed like, this is what I've always been doing. That type of shit. So like, this is my whole thing on it. The reason I don't believe in heaven and hell is because it's more so about hell. Heaven is fine, because it's different descriptions of heaven. Everybody ain't gonna say it's just gonna be the, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Right.
So we never really know. Some people say the streets paved to go. Everybody get a mansion. You know that type of shit. So I feel like you creating that shit as you going through life with your brain. The same way, like I said, when you go back to that blackness, you can damn near create anything. Imagine when you go to the blackness forever.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna create whatever the people call your soul, whatever that is, the shit that's carrying who you are, I feel like you're gonna recreate that once you know what I'm saying?
I feel like you'll have more control over it once you're there. It might take a second, and then that's another thing.
I feel like that's where ascension and shit come in, right? Because I might believe in reincarnation. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I feel like you got to go to that next level. You can't if you fail the game, you can't just keep going to the next level.
Like I feel like it just take a second for you to get that consciousness back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that you just in darkness or whatever, but it just take you a minute to get that consciousness back, like that you created all this around you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I also feel like that could be a way that people see ghosts, because I feel like when you die, you know, you like get all the knowledge, you know, like of the universe type shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe in like afterlife. You feel me? Yeah. So like it's just a next one. Not as far as like you coming back here. Yeah. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But you off into something else, and then like you basically you a part of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you believe you have like a soul and everything, it's like you part of the universe now. And then you can go around, you get all this knowledge and stuff like that. And then what if you get so knowledgeable that you can come back, you know, to try to reach out to a loved one or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not quite working, but it kind of is. You can only do certain shit to like that. You know. Like they say, like, you know, if you see a monarch butterfly, like that's a loved one, like visiting you, right? Like a robin, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit, you feel me? So like one day, a butterfly came, right? We had the blinds open. Butterfly came. It's just on the screen, the monarch butterfly, wings just spread out, right? And just sat there like for a long ass time. Then just flew off. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then the next day, I was walking into work, like while I was still outside, one like flew across, like right across my eyes, like right here, I swear to God. Like flew up and landed right on I used to walk like through the turnstiles and shit, that bitch landed right on the one that I was going to, you know. Like I was already like on track to it, but you know, that bitch landed right there. When I went through it, motherfucker like took off the other way. You feel me? Yeah. So I feel like, you know, like maybe when you die, just maybe, you know, because don't nobody know what the fuck happened.
And that's the exactly.
So
nobody knows. So that's why I hate people wishing hell on people.
Yeah, that's like, you know, yeah, because you don't know that. And then you don't, and like, you know, it could be like whatever. Anybody can think whatever it is.
And that's why I choose to, because I also think the more you into shit, the more it will manifest itself in your life, right? It's power of attraction, law of attraction, whatever that type of shit is. Again, I believe in real shit. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about people they call all the time, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, that shit ain't no, like, you know, it's no mistake. And I feel like the more you pay attention to shit like that, the more it'll show itself. So, when it comes to spirits, the same way you were saying that, I can dig that, you know what I'm saying? So when people talk about the actual like entities people feel like they came in contact with, and people got shit, people knocking shit over, or you know, spirits knocking shit over, and they feel like all this other shit. I feel like the more you own that shit, it's your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like you like, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What type of, like you said, 3 existence this is? We might really be able to. You know what I'm saying? When it's that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like get here off of our you know what I'm saying, energy alone, our feelings alone. So like, that's the reason I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't feed into, I'm the type of nigga, you know how they always say, oh, the motherfucker that go check in the what's the name, in the movie, die? Yeah. Like, ever since I've been like this, it's damn near like, that's my philosophy. I hear some shit, I chalk it up to, shit fall every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Some shit, if some shit leaning over long enough, and it's just even a little bit off, it might take an hour, but that bitch gonna fall. You feel me? So if that bitch fall later, oh my God, what? How the fuck? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I said, the more you think about shit like that, not every that shit would've, you know what I'm saying? Now you so now you done spooked yourself out, and so whatever the fuck happened from there, you already go, you know what I'm saying? You already at a disadvantage. So that's why I'm like, I walk through this shit with no fear. You feel me? Like I ain't scared of none of this shit, nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, when some shit, that's what I was gonna say. When some shit bump, I don't even, that shit didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. You feel me?
Sure.
If it don't sound like the sound of a motherfucker approaching me, that's it. You know
if
what
it
I'm saying?
don't sound like nobody broke in this bitch, then it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Something done fell, but that's cool. I ain't, this shit, like you said, that shit was probably leaning for a long ass time. It was just taking a minute.
It was past its time.
But yeah, it's just like like I just feel like a lot of people go with the heaven and hell thing when you die. Don't nobody know what neither look like. You feel me?
There we go.
I remember I was talking to this one guy I used to work with. He I would ask him about because he was a Muslim, so I would talk to him about that. You feel me? I would just ask certain questions. He was asking me, was I trying to be a Muslim? I'm like, nah. I'm just asking you, what you believe. You feel me? So we has like every time, like when I seen him at work, I always like ask him like multiple questions. You feel me? But he was from the hood though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was Muslim. You feel me? And he was like mid-30s and shit. So he wasn't just talking to me like like he could speak a little bit of Arabic too and shit, but he wasn't he was a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? He from the hood. He know how shit go. All of that type of shit.
Every Muslim I know rough. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
But he's telling me some of the stuff he believe in, and so they tell me that Muhammad, right? He was a prophet. He went up to heaven, right? God told him, like, he like wrote down what he seen, right? But he told him like, yeah, you can't show nobody, can't tell nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when he told me that, I asked him, not that I'm shitting on his beliefs
at all.
Nothing, I just asked him like, so I'm like, can you believe that? Like,
it'll piss you off almost.
I'm like, can you believe he just didn't tell nobody?
But this is why I say what I say. I feel like, why would I be any of them? I might as well be Mormon. Peep this. The Mormons say Joseph Smith looked in the hat, and they the most recent ones out of all this shit. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. They say he was approached by, and I think he met Jesus and everything. I'm pretty sure he did a lot of shit. I'm just as inclined to believe that. Even the people that say, like I said, they was inspired by God to write any of the Bible.
Right.
How do I know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, yeah, that shit don't cut it. So especially when it's like that. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like Joseph Smith, he wanted to I don't know, he showed somebody, he told them not to tell nobody or something. So they told somebody, and he had to redo the shit because he said because he wasn't supposed to do it, so they had to give him something different. That type of shit. I'm like, bro. So, like I said, that's just as that's just as plausible as what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So yeah, like, so what else happened? Did you like? So what? Did he have a good explanation? Like,
when I mean, he told me like that's basically what he has to believe in. So I'm like, what book did he read in? He said the Quran, right? I said, so you can't get a Quran, And he like, yeah. So I'm like, then it's in there. So I'm like, he is telling people. Then he was like, no, it's not in there. So I'm like, then you got a fake Quran. Like, that's not the Quran.
Right.
You can't call it that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then he was like, no, it is. It's just not that. Not that one. And then I'm.
Yeah.
But I'll tell him like I just asked him just because I like to hear different people's beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I would never tell you wrong for believing in. I would never tell you wrong for believing in anything you believe in. Like if somebody came to me and told me that they don't believe in shit, they don't believe in the heaven or hell when you die. It's just it. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't tell you wrong. I would just ask you why. But if you believe, like if you're if you're into Christianity and like you believe in it to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you why. If you have my beliefs, I'm gonna ask you why.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's what I want to, because think about it like this. What I really just be want. I feel like everybody was here to be who they are, right? So if Islam attract you that much, you probably supposed to follow Islam. You know what I'm saying? It might be that simple. If Christianity attract you that much, you might be. I feel like this shit right here is what attracts me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is, because again, like, I put out as many disclaimers as I can, but it's not shitting on, you know what I'm saying, people religion, but at the same time, everybody get shit talked about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm fat as hell right now. It's gonna be motherfuckers thinking this, gonna be motherfuckers saying this, showing people and saying, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case. That's cool too. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody joke about what they joke about, they talk about what they talk about. So that just, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what make it equal is when everybody can get theirs. But I say I just say what I say, like I said, I feel like you're supposed to just be who you are, and the shit is calling me to talk about it because what you just said, I really want people to believe in what they believe because they believe it, they stand on it, they, you know what I'm saying, they know something about it. Like blind following is why we where we at now, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of shit. And so, like, I just want more for people and from people for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know how much work I put into trying to know what I know, and you know what I'm saying?
Like, like I always
I don't
tell
know
people,
everything. I don't know close, you know what I'm saying?
Like I always tell people, you know, like when I talk to them about certain stuff, like I don't, you know, if you believe in certain stuff, like maybe we shouldn't have a conversation because you might feel offended. But I'm not saying what you believe in is not true or that I don't believe in the same shit. I just feel like in Christianity the whole story ain't there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you, like I said, it's good and bad. You gotta put the bad in there too because now people have this false sense of God. You know what I'm saying? And what is like. It's certain books took out the Bible and shit, you feel me?
Yeah, the Roman Catholic Bible is the most complete Bible. I think the King James got 66, the Roman Catholic got like 78 or something like that.
Yeah, but it's like you gotta tell the whole story, you feel me?
Yeah.
Just like y'all do in the movies and shit. Y'all show the good people and the bad people.
Show war.
What they fighting for.
The real war.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All that shit. So y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sound like the same shit, but when it's just a good side, when that's not, you know, that's not the case, you know.
Yeah.
Again, like I'm saying, because I don't want nobody watching this to think that, you know, I'm shitting on your beliefs and stuff because I'm not. If you feel like I am, then shit, oh well.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
I mean, like, and that's where I'm at. Like,
so
what?
because
Okay.
I've had people tell me what I think is true. Tell me that I'm dumb as shit, and you know, you really into that type of stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like shit. This is life. Everybody trying to figure it out. Don't nobody know what it is, so you can't tell nobody that they wrong about their shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was my whole thing. If I feel like motherfuckers, you know, the gods was aliens.
Yeah.
We just did not back in the day, thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
That hundreds of years, you know, with thousands. I'm gonna say thousands.
Yes.
Aliens was not the thing. You know what I'm saying? That was not a word. You feel me? Neither was extraterrestrial.
There we go.
It was just gods.
There we go. So like when you talk about even the descriptions of holy shit, like you wouldn't know if you had seen a spaceship.
Yeah.
Even what just looked at the touch.
So like with the demons, like with demons and angels too, like the different descriptions of angels, like in the Bible, like if I showed you some of it, you'd be like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen.
Like one with like 4 different heads.
The cherubim. Yeah, I'm already know.
So now if you see that, but you're not hip to that, you would think that's what? Probably a demon.
No, and that's facts too. A lot of the times when angels come, they gotta say, "Be ye not afraid," because they be scary as fuck to the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which, that's why I kind of don't understand where we at now. Like, why God ain't say nothing? Like, 'cause certain people have a counsel of, oh, God said this and da-da-da. Like, in the Bible, it say God said so. Like, apparently he was talking to somebody back then. But I'm saying, why did you stop talking when we have all the proof to capture you talking? You get what I'm saying? Like, all God would have to do is say something one time right now, and niggas would be like, yo, we better get right. Y'all heard this? Like, yeah, obviously, yeah, I fucking heard it. Yo, I felt it. You know? That. But, and so they say, oh, it's about faith. But I'm like, faith in who? Because I gotta have faith in the people who say that they rode the bike in the first place before I even get to all the extra shit. You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't. And then that's another thing too. I don't feel
it's
like
a lot of faith going on.
I don't feel like people are even. People can't be looking for faith in a being. You know what I'm saying? Because of everything that goes on in the world. If to me, I ain't even gonna say it again that I ain't shitting on nobody's shit. But to me, I feel like if he could swoop down and save us, what is he waiting for?
Why?
We done listen after they killed Jesus and
help,
shit. You know what I'm saying? And
yes, we need help.
Slavery done happened. You feel me?
And so that so let's go to that because we might as well talk about consensus issue because we touched on the other two we broke down who was saying first or not broke it down but we talked about it. Talked about do God make mistakes? So who was Jesus? Like so you telling me God dressed up as a human or he I don't know divinely inspired a woman to get pregnant like. He got a woman, like, however he did it, right? Whatever the case.
I'm glad
it's a divine baby.
I'm glad you said that. Because, look, that story of the Virgin Mary, right? She an angel came, not God himself. An angel came and impregnated her with the baby of God, right? Mm. So, I mean, not in those words, but, you know. So if that happened today, right? If a woman came out and said she's a virgin, and if she was impregnated by, like, an angel came to her last night, whatever, and she was impregnated, people gonna laugh. Because a girl had said that shit. Wasn't mainstream shit, but people was laughing at her. Talking all kinds of shit. She just don't want to get in trouble with her mom and this and that, right? It's a joke now. Right? It's a joke to everybody now. If that shit hit mainstream and somebody said that, people be laughing at them. Motherfuckers our age, people older than us, all of that, right? So,
of course.
So, but the same people who's laughing are the same people who believe it happened to the Virgin Mary.
Type shit.
So that's where like you gotta.
So why would you have such a visceral reaction to it? Because and one, they gotta have only everything. You know what I'm saying? We got the only this and we only that. If you're talking about even the Virgin Mary and I thought that's where you about to go. Like, look at how they depict it. It's clearly the Black Madonna, what they call the Black Madonna. You know what I'm saying? And that's Asar and Haru from Egypt. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was nobody, like, so, nah. And so, cause it's so many places to go.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, that's what I was talking about. You know, before we had started, other shit just bleed into other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All that shit, like, just tie in, go hand in hand. You know?
Yeah, man. And so, like I said, like, so this can't be the what? So like. So Jesus was a regular human? Like who you think Jesus was? Like what's your person you think? Like, or do you believe he existed, or where you at?
I believe Jesus existed. I believe he was like an actual person. What kind of person? Because he could be a regular person. You feel me? But they say that if you read up on it and shit, people have abilities that we just can't tap into. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
I read some shit like that. Like they say kids could do it more, you know.
Yeah.
But accidentally, whatever, you know. But you know, he could have had certain type of, you know.
Yeah, but
he could have had certain type of powers, abilities, whatever you want to call it, or he could have just been a regular person who was just a prophet, you know, somebody who's coming to save us. You feel me? And then boom, he show up. And he just teaching a new religion. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of shit from back then is misinterpreted. So like he could have, you know, he could turn water into wine. He could have just knew how to make wine, and then that's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Turn water into wine.
That's the thing. It could be, but ain't no Christian gonna let you get away with that. No, they say he did, like, cause it's a story. It ain't no way to frame it like, oh no, this nigga had a brewery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? No, like they say that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Just like a long time ago, right? People talk different. You feel me? So if he was all fucked up, say you was all fucked up, you looked like you was about to die. Either you was sick or you done got beat the fuck up, stabbed, whatever, right? And then you know, Don't nobody see you and shit for like some days, weeks, maybe, you know, and then you come back out and you straight and shit. You probably patched up, whatever, but you straight, you know, to come back around and people, they say, oh, you know, welcome back from the dead.
Mm.
Not that you was dead, but they just, you know, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So motherfuckers, you like,
Shit, I get it.
it's so it could have just been, you know,
Yeah.
just like shit. He just
They was
he
just
just know how to
shooting
heal people,
He
you
was
know.
just a cold nigga. They
He
like,
just know how to heal people, you know, some shit like that.
He was a doctor. He had
Yeah.
turmeric. He just like he's had hella ginger on him.
But it could have just, you know, been misinterpretation, or you just gotta take what they said literal. You feel me?
They take it literal, so that's why I always, when I talk about it from a literal standpoint because that's how so many people take it. If they would take it allegorical or shit like that, why would I have a reason to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? It's the whole point of they think this shit literally happened. They think these is literal people. They think, like, you get what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actual history. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, archaeology. I'm talking about, like, all right, let's find me Abraham. Like, just show where was the scarf.
Nah, see, that's...
Show me his family. Show me Moses. Show me, you get what I'm saying?
See, yeah, like,
I'm talking shit like
I had told,
that's where we not gonna go, because then that's where all that other shit fall apart. Because Mary and Joseph don't exist without the other patriarchs.
Yeah, because I had told Deja that one time, like, you know, they find, you know, they could find, like, dinosaur bones, right? And dinosaurs was on this motherfucker how long ago?
How many civilizations period have we fought? We fought the Sumerians, them niggas.
They done find older than them too. You feel me? They done found like
It's an older civilization than Sumeria. I'm about to look into.
They found this place called Göbekli Tepe. They dated that shit 12,000 years ago.
Okay.
There's just another one too. There's another one too. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't spell it right now for you either. But I can find it for sure. And I can send it to you. But they just found that one, and they saying that you know, even the Sphinx, archaeologists, he dated that shit back to 12,000 years, you know. And
yeah, see, and I heard debates about that. I know what you're talking about.
They laughed at him, you know. All archaeologists laughed at him. They like, you know, like fuck on, you know, ain't shit older than 10,000 years. You feel me? They feel like everything.
Yeah, so as far as civilization.
Yeah. So, but then you find a place, you know, you do find a place that is most definitely they dated it back, you know, over 12,000 years. But they just say 12,000 because they don't want to push it yet, you know, on the people. You feel me?
Yeah, that type of shit.
And so it's like, you know, they can find shit from all these other time periods, but they haven't found not a single body from the biblical story.
Or they use like real people like King Nebuchadnezzar. That was a real person. I don't mean the stories that happened with him in the Bible that happened. You know what I'm saying? That's the same, like, it's like fan fiction of life, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like Pontius Pilate. I'm pretty sure that was a real person. And like, yo, we gotta throw the stars in here just so that niggas know, like, oh shit, Pilate did what? Like, oh, alright, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Who else they use? Yeah, it's a couple, people, but anybody that actually, and all of these people is very recent people. You know what I'm saying? They happened like hundreds of years before the stories was even written. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, all type of shit.
Like, and I feel like I said, I don't think it's like it's fake, but it's changed and it ain't the whole truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like these could be real people, but they was somebody else that have already been found, but they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably didn't go by Abraham and you know different names like that. They probably,
I would wonder because a lot of them niggas did like different, like them niggas had some type of powers too. You gotta think Moses was doing this shit with the rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta, like, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's ironic. None of the niggas with powers is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And so, and like, it's just, like I said,
they said that Moses shit though, part of the Red Sea, right? They said that's like a natural type of thing that happens or some shit like that. The Red Sea, that part of the Red Sea or whatever. They said like that's a natural occurrence type deal. Yeah. I guess I would have to read up more on it, but that's what I had heard before.
Yeah, I get it. If we was taking exaggerations and allegory of the character, I mean it's a consideration, but I get like that. I'm with you there. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I just want to see what is that really. But that's the thing too, because we can talk about this shit all day because we ain't like. you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, but we can talk about it, think about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have those like theological debates is what they go, or not even theological debate, but theological discussions. We can go anywhere. Like, yeah, the debate come in when, like I said, like it be literal people and literal things, because you got to remember that's my whole problem with this shit. That's where shit like Travis come in. You get what I'm saying? People taking that shit literal, they tear down people like that. People taking that shit literal, the Taliban happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they take over this shit, right? You seen the Vice media interview with them?
Mm-mm.
You gotta watch it. Y'all all gotta watch this. You gotta watch this shit, bro. It's a Vice, you know Vice, the little chap. Them niggas interviewed the leader of the Taliban over there. And it was like, the nigga was like, yeah, you know, like, we only running, like, wherever, like, was it Saudi Arabia? Where they at now?
They,
Afghanistan.
probably
Yeah, Afghanistan.
somewhere in that
So,
area.
they only run in their region off of the rules of the Quran. So literally, they was talking about criminals. There was a criminal in the room. They was like, so this guy, you know what I'm saying, if he stole it, like, he's like, so we'll go to the book, and, you know, maybe we'll chop off his hand, maybe we'll da-da-da, but, and he just saying it, like, this is just, is, you know what I'm saying, like, and it's getting translated, but, you feel me? The lady at the end, you gotta remember, like I said, all of those books, another thing, they're all extremely misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? If those books had their way, it would be patriarchal than a motherfucker around here. Cause when that, like, the more niggas implement that shit, like I said, like, niggas is over there. Cause y'all heard today, like, I gotta look up Christians being killed for being Christian, but like, I don't know if Christians getting killed for being Christian right now, but I know Christians who went on a crusade for years and killed everybody that wasn't Christian, right? And so, you know, karma isn't in the Bible, but alright, you feel me? So,
yeah.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We only got this shit so far spread. The Bible is the #1 selling book in the world. You feel me? Like, so it has been for years. So, yeah. How did it get there, though? They literally killed everybody that believed everything else and reset this shit. So why would you have to do that in God's name? Why would God just, you know, like, what? That's how he went about resetting this shit? That's dope. It's real dope. So, yeah, like, I'll get more into this shit later, because this blood gonna keep burning. But, you know, short, like, you know, you got anything, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to wrap up, you know what I'm saying? We got Dej in the building, too, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all heard the little ad-libs, the little couple chuckles, you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like that add to the ambiance and shit, you feel me? Like, so, yo, you straight, brother?
Yep, on the next one, shit, get more into it.
Alright, bro. You feel like you learned something today?
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to them. But that's what's up. Like, so, because I feel like I did too. So, feel like you learned something today? Leave a like. If you feel like you ain't fuck with somebody, what something I said, specifically, because I ain't gonna put my, leave a comment. I want to talk to you. But with that, it's the First Juice Podcast. We out this bitch.